Welcome back, everybody. I'm mixing up. I've got about 12 to 15% worth of water change. However, I just tested this water because I want to try to find out why my levels are so elevated if I'm not dosing anything. It doesn't make any sense. And the first test I did with this new Red Sea test kit came out to a level about 600 for the calcium for this water. That makes no sense. That seems so far to be where my elevated levels are coming from. This Hollywood Stunner is just so unhappy today. So unhappy. I actually left the whites off pretty much most of the day. I just turned them on for the video, and so they'll only be on for maybe about an hour before the timer kicks them off again. Look at the A-cans. You can see the green coming out. These are the rainbows I bought, and you can see some of the color starting to come out. And I put these A-cans in the shaded area so they would color up. From what I've read and what I've experienced, when you put rainbows or any kind of colored A-can into bright light, they tend to turn a bright orange. So I put them over here so they would, revert back to their greens, their yellows, the blues, and they are starting to color up. However, this light is tricky, and now, as you can see, they're starting to stretch. This green guy, I think, is starting to spread onto the rock. You can see all the little babies popping up. It was doing really great. Lots of growth. Honade's bird's nest is probably going to be pulled out. It looks like it's bleaching and it's dead. I don't want dead stuff in the tank. Season's Greeting is no longer green. This piece was doing really great until I moved the light up. And then this piece is just pitiful. But this top half was almost completely shaded. Now that I move the light up, it has a whole new experience with more light. That's the only thing I can think of it. And with the elevated levels, it's more of a dramatic effect. So we're going to do some more water tests on this new water that I just mixed up. It's been mixing overnight. It's at 1.025 salinity, instant ocean. So I don't know why I'm getting 600 for the calcium. All right, well, on to the additional tests. I tested the calcium again, yes, and it was, again, at around 600. I just tested the alkalinity of the new water that I just mixed up, and it was off the charts, around like 14. So, I think they're still healthy. I just got to get this lighting issue figured out, and also what is going on with my water. In fact, let's go check out where I mix my water. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it. Okay, so this is where I mix my water. Now with Instant Ocean, a lot of people have also complained that they see this deposit forming, this like milky white residue. Look at this. Okay, so obviously this is not good. Is this excess calcium? Is this excess salt that is getting mixed into my water? I've cleaned this thing out a couple times with vinegar, but obviously every time I mix salt, there's this buildup on everything, and I've read that some people do experience this and some people don't have issues with it. I don't know. Now that I know my water is bad, it's time to go get some water. I've got my jugs back there. I cannot believe that I waited this long to actually test the water that I was using to do water changes. So just another lesson learned, always test your water that you're doing water changes with, because you really don't know what you're putting into your tank until something goes wrong, like what I've happened. You always want to test. I thought I was doing good by mixing my own water, using an RODI, but still something that I'm doing is wrong. Maybe I got a hot mix. I don't know. But I was doing about 20% weekly of this hot mix water. So we're gonna go get 10 gallons. I've only got, I don't know, maybe I need to buy more jugs. I would like to do at least 30% water changes over the next couple days to try to completely get all of this nasty water out of the tank. I might have to buy more jugs today. So off to Petland, here we go. Really take some time and look at what I'm doing wrong, reevaluate my whole water change situation. Until then, I might just have to do local fish store water until we can get this figured out. Okay, so I ended up buying 2 extra jugs. I got 20 gallons total. They fill them up to the brim, so it's closer to about 25, 22, somewhere right around there. It's almost, should be about 30% once I do the water change. However, the issue is now that their salt was only mixed to about, they told me 1.021 at the store. I just checked with my refractometer and it's sitting at about 0.18 actually. So I've got to mix some of my salt that I have in with this, let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to be doing a big water change. So here's hoping for the best. Okay, so next morning after a 30% water change, already we are seeing some extension on the green star polyps. It's awesome. I haven't seen this in like 3 or 4 days. So definitely confirmation that it was my water quality, and just basically confirmed that it was my water change water that I was using. It's either the salt, it's probably the container from me not cleaning it. It's probably a combination of different things that I'm just not doing correctly for my water changes. The acans look a lot better this morning. I know it's hard to see with the blue light, but you can already tell that they're nowhere near as ugly as they were yesterday. The damage probably has been done on the pone bird's nest. You know, some people say it's possible that stuff can come back after months, even though it looks bleached. So I might leave it in there, we'll see. Hollywood Stunner looks even more pitiful today. We'll see if it comes back. I'm going to continue these water changes. Skip a day, and then maybe do another 30%, and then skip a day, and then do another 30%. See how everything progresses. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys have been leaving, all the advice, trying to help me out. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll try to keep everybody updated, and I'll see you guys later.